What is up, guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Luke.
And today we're reviewing all the brand new cards from Starter Deck 24 Jewelry Bonney. This art looks fantastic.
It's really cool, actually. I'm actually really digging a lot of these leader arts. They have a lot of this like really cool special effect going on, and I can imagine that the foiling and the hollowing of it is gonna be cool. So
Please. I know it's not gonna happen, but I would die for texture on these. I would die.
Yeah. I already know it's gonna be flat shiny, but you know, it'd be cool.
It'd be like that. Today we are reviewing all of the cards in this new Jewelry Bonney Supernovas deck. We have new cards, we have old cards, and of course we're grading all the new cards on the power scale, which is a scale to 1 to 5. 1 being absolute dog tier, do not play this card. 3 being the average card you play in your deck, you're gonna be feeling good doing it. And finally, the top of the top, the cream of the crop at level 5. The Godbreakers, the Bannables, Gecko Moria, Goldie Roger, because he changes the way that you build your deck and how your opponents build their deck just because he exists. Blackbeard, just 10 Mom when it came out. Oh my God, 10 Mom
when it came out.
People don't even know. Players these days don't even know about putting against 10 Mom in a 3-set field.
Yeah, back in my day, we spent 10 Dawn a turn like men.
But today, Jewelry Bonney, a 5-life, 5k power green leader. On your opponent's turn, once per turn, you may rest one of your dog cards. Press up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards. Supernova, Bonney Pirates traded. The top echelon of control leaders in the game. I think it's fair to say right now.
Yeah, definitely a deck that will just absolutely not die. It always seems relevant, especially as long as like, I don't know. This feels to me like the green leader that just is like the stew where we put every good green card in, right?
Yeah, it's like it already has its own little vertical of Supernovas activate, but then it's like, I don't really fucking need you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a very stably good green leader, in the way that like its leader ability is always relevant so long as you need to have relevant attackers as active on the board. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna stay around as long as Nami would stay around.
Yeah.
So,
and I think you know, like it's a little bit of a misdirect saying it's like a control leader, because the real power of this leader is the fact that it can switch from defense to offense on a dime, and the leader effect is as good at every point. One thing I want to note here, I don't know if it was on the other leaders. I didn't check it if it did. I don't think so because I don't have activate. We have gotten rid of the activation symbol. It is just now says you may rest one on.
Interesting.
We are now on that shit now.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
Remember when that came out? That came out with what's his face? Sasaki. Black Sasaki had that. We're like, why is this written like this? And now we know.
Oh. Wait, hold on. That's crazy. I have a stack of leaders like right here. So
let's go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The one done activation is completely gone. So if you look at it right here.
And for me, you know, knowing this is going to be a Supernova focused deck, I think the exciting thing is not just this leader, but it's Red-Green Law. It's Green-Yellow Law. It is Unbanned Red-Purple Law. It is all of the Supernova leaders that exist in the game, seeing what shenanigans they can get up to. And the first thing they're going to be getting up to is this brand new tag team, Law and Bepo.
Really cool art.
A 10-11 slash strike type Minx Supernovas Heart Pirates. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains 2k power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So
this
good.
Is real good.
Now I want to say out the gate, here's something that I have seen 0 people talking about.
Yeah.
Which is, this is carrot support. This is a 10-11 boss Minx that rests and freezes a card and then makes your carrot a 7k leader.
That's really cool.
That's relevant, dude.
That is relevant, and also like what is it? If you have a carrot on board, carrot stuns a what cost?
7 or less.
7 or less. Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad because Law and Bepo will take care of like the larger targets that can't, right? Oh my.
And if you wheel like double like Law Bepo 2 turns over, you're just Dofing at that point.
Oh my god, you're just Dofing at that point. But
yeah.
like
and you have Dofing in the deck.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's cooking.
My boy and his best bud absolutely stepped up here. I think this is a solid 4. This card is just like this is why you play the deck card, but it feels very fair. It doesn't really do anything impressive, but I am extremely happy to have this card.
Yeah. I think that this is a really good 4 card as well. I can't get over the fact that it's Minx traded.
Yeah, dude, Bepo. I like that Bepo finally has a stun ability. He's always been like Heart Pirates Law support, but now he has like, oh yeah, I'm a Minx. I'm a Minx, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's sick. Okay. Yeah. Really cool. It's a good way to start this deck. So
also shout out to the classic orange and black hoodie. Absolutely iconic.
Yep.
Moving on from here, we have Scratchman Apoo. This is from the Extra Booster one. A 1/1 2K counter. On play, rest of one of your opponent's characters. Costs 2 or less. Supernovas on air pirates. Just one of the generically best green 2Ks in the game. Casually.
And also, very nice of them to start printing EBO1 cards outside of EBO1.
Yeah, it'd be great if we can get more of those.
Yeah, and it's a rare too, so that's actually relevant. Like, this is a good reprint for this
Imagine they put Finger Pistol in the Blackbeard deck. Obviously, why they wouldn't. Obvious why they wouldn't, because they always make them theme, but...
Yeah, that would be too much. But I have a newfound appreciation for this card, actually. So,
yeah, you want to talk about it?
Yeah. For the viewers at home, I've been recently trying to grind out green-yellow Law games. And
welcome to the family, brother.
It's fun. It's really fun. It's a fun deck. I think we're gonna see a lot of green-yellow support in this starter deck. But this card is essential when fighting the Bello Betty matchup. Does it make it better? It makes it tolerable.
It makes it tolerable. Wait, is it ever a good feeling when you have to arrest the searcher and kill it? Do you ever feel like a man, you know?
No, I don't. It feels bad. And like the other thing is like, what makes it good is that you can pop this 2K back in your hand with your leader ability.
Of course.
If you can't, though, if they Kuma it in response on the next turn because you're not, the turn you're playing this isn't the turn you're getting to recall it back, it feels bad. But it's cool. It's a cool card. So
yeah, good inclusion. Happy to see it early. Next up we have Urouge, a 4/5 1K counter blocker. Supernovas Fallen Monk Pirates. End of your turn, set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. So obviously this card sets up defensively to protect your leader from big swings, your character from big swings. It also rewards you for keeping him back as a blocker because at the start of your opponent's turn, they'll set Dawn active. You can totally swing with him aggressively and just be like, hey, swing it aggressively. I have activation still. I'll counter like I was going to counter on leader. But, you know, has that 2 and 4 factor kind of design. And again, just another really powerful rare to see hit the deck.
It's really nice of them to actually add this into the Bonney deck also because it really just actively shows like what players have like cooked up with it. Like
I think this is the signpost card of the deck. I think it's fair to say, like from the first batch that came out, it's like this is the most obvious. This card plays with Bonney.
Yeah, exactly.
After which we have Caribou, a card I've never seen in Bonney, but I have jammed in pre-release and Seal Battle. Seal Battle. This actually won't be a Seal Battle. 4 or 5 1K counter Supernova Caribou Pirates. If you have 6 or more rested Dawn cards, this character gains 1,000 power and blocker.
Cool. And that's a passive, so that's on your turn and their turn. So it's either a 6K attacker or a 6K blocker. So.
Yeah, so basically, if you're doing everything right, you have a 4/6 vanilla with counter and blocker, which you don't usually get blocker on that, especially if you're getting vanilla counter. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
Good. Oh, the fodder. The fodder god.
Oh, the fodder.
Capone fodder gang Bege. 2/1 1K counter blocker. Is there which one of these aren't blockers? The 2K counter, the new searcher. Every other one's a blocker, right?
I'm feeling like we're forgetting one.
Okay. There's one drop blocker. There's yellow blocker. Actually, no, there's one less copy of this card that I think there is. So it actually doesn't matter. It's a bad point. On play, if you have 6 or more rested cards, draw a card, trash one from your hand. Chump blocker with upside. I mean, listen, we were playing. Let us not forget when OPO5 came out. Everyone was playing Shiki in their purple Luffy deck.
Yeah, we sure were, weren't we?
And this one's Typal.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a cool option card. I think it's like a tech piece for sure. And then a lot of green, and green is I think famous for having like a lot of large cost characters or doing a lot of things where you're gonna have 6 or more rested cards on field.
Yeah.
Cards specifically also means Dawn, by the way. So
And leader, even more importantly.
And leader, yeah. So like meeting that threshold isn't as hard, I think, in my opinion. But filter for one is...
I want to retract, not more important. I just want to make the point. It's actually more important that you remember the Dawn count. Yeah. Notably, I think powerful addition in green, yellow law as you look to just play only the threats that matter and then shave up everything else in the card selection. Worse in red, green law because you want to play things before you rest all your Dawn. You want to, you want to do it on the way up, not when you're at the top. Overall, this is a solid 3. Jump blocker, win filter, relevant card type, has counter. 6 or more rested cards means you have at least 2 from playing it. So leader attacks, it's 3. So you only need to rest 3 other Dawn or 3 other cards. It's pretty easy.
I think it's pretty good because also it's a 2 cost that helps you get to that cost threshold for the law ability.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about on its face for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a 2.5-ish. I don't know.
Can't believe
there's
you
a lot of
the
things that
fodder
are
like that.
good. I mean, like, I respect him in all his other cards, so...
No, disrespect for the fodder. Coribou's here, 3/3 on play. Plays 1 Caribou, costs 4 less from your hand rested. Supernovas, Caribou Pirates, sorry.
Okay.
I'm allowed to make that mistake because you're never going to play this card. I'm not going to give it the time of day.
Yeah.
Bartolomeo! I'm going to say this a little bit longer in case actually that wasn't 10 seconds for the chapter on that last one. Bartolomeo, 3/4, 1K counter, blocker. Your turn once per turn of a character is rested by an effect. Draw 1 card or trash 1 card from your hand. This one of those cards that like I felt like everyone saw and was like, this is crazy! It's actually just fine. Like we still sometimes play a copy or 2, depending on what the format of your Bonney deck is. But realistically, you're activating it off of your Bonney Searcher, your Baby 5, you're playing the Dokianti Pirates package, your 8-drop kit when you activate him. Otherwise, actually no, Tashigi works now too. It's a little bit better now because your Tashigi on board. Oh no, it's on your turn. So no, it's not better because usually it's gonna be on the opponent's turn. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fine, right? Like, I mean, yeah. Did you say kid as well? I think.
Yeah, 8-drop kid.
Yeah.
I mean, first star deck's still great. You're gonna need blockers in this deck, so including it makes sense. But I think it's a little bit of a trap of how good this card actually is, especially now we have a bigger card pool than when Bonney first came out.
Yeah. Question, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just can't go back.
Go back.
I can't.
You can't.
No, I can't.
You can't. All right, we're done. No question.
No. Give me the question. I'll edit the footage so it shows Barto here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When we play Bartolomeo out with 8 cost Eustace Kid, it doesn't see that.
Correct, because it rests
effect,
first.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be on the board to see the resting happen. It's like cheating. If you don't have evidence of the cheating legally, you can't get that free divorce money. You know, you have to have evidence of the cheating. It doesn't matter if you come in, you're like, oh, that's definitely what happened here. I've seen enough Maury in all those shows, dude. Like you have to be in the room where it happened. Okay, that's what they taught me. That's what they taught me in Hamilton. Is you have to be in the room where it happens.
Chat, when he said cheating and when I agreed, I thought he was talking about cheating cards out, chat.
Oh no, none of us endorse cheating. I'm not endorsing it. It was just the metaphor. The metaphor.
Okay.
Luffy 5/6 1K counter. If you have 3 or more characters, your characters cost 3 or less. Are the Monkey.D.Luffy cannot be KO'd by your opponent's card effects. That counts this Monkey.D.Luffy. That counts any other Monkey.D.Luffy on board. Supernovas, Straw Hat Crew. Again, a trap of how much better it is. It's also much worse in a non-black field. So yeah. I will say hard counter piece to Blackbeard, which they are pushing. The way Blackbeard does interact and reduce, it has a much harder time going wide and doing multiple reduction kills in a turn. So if you establish this on your board, Blackbeard will cry, typically.
Yeah. I think like this and like the Bege from OP11 also have kind of the similar like thing where it's like we protect everything except like ourselves. So as long as you are able to remove this one piece, the rest of the
said it.
Power falls.
He said it, chat. He said it.
Yeah, but when you remove this cornerstone, then it just falls. So
yeah. Basil Hawkins, 4/4 2K counter, our first new 2K counter here. End of turn, set up to one of your non-cards is active. Supernova, Hawkins Pirates. A little disappointing because we already have Urouge. Although, you know, here's the thing. We talked about how like the power of this control deck is that it gets a turn into an aggro slant at the right time. It does mean that when you're like, okay, I have to go for the kill now, you have a card that lets you establish a body while keeping Dawn up. That's also a 2K, right? So it's like, it's a 2K, but then when it's like, okay, I need to have 3 swings next turn or I'll lose on the following turn, you're like, cool, I can take this 2K, establish it as a body, still have 1 up.
Right.
So I think it's pretty powerful in the context of Bonney. I think outside of Bonney, a lot less. So I'm going to give this a 2.5, but I think it plays like a 3.5 in Bonney.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think it's a 2.5, 3.5 in body. I think that this is really good around getting around Blackbeard as well. You have to build wide, right? So having this as
contesting Betty is also important too.
Exactly. So pretty good.
Yeah, love this card. Roronoa Zoro. 1/2, 1K counter. Supernova Straw Hat crew. When attacking with 3 or more characters, this character gains 2,000 power during this turn. Limited All-Star. Do not play this in Constructed, please. We will have deck upgrades coming out. Here's a spoiler. You will cut this card immediately. Do not get familiar with it.
Yep.
Do not get hip to his game. Demonic Aura 9 sword style. Asura Demon 9 flash.
Nice.
2 cost. Supernova Straw Hat crew. Main up to one of your leaders or characters gets a 3K buff. You can convert 2 Dawn into a 3K power boost. Then you may rest one of your characters, but it costs a 3 or more. If you do, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, it costs a 5 or less. So you get to convert 2 to 3 on face, regardless, which can always be a clutch thing. But then you can remove a blocker or set a attack target that's active as rested, so you can finally attack into it at the cost of resting one of your 3 or more. Now, notably, this does trigger Bartolomeo. This is a card effect resting a character that you control. Yep. So if you rest anything with this, including Bartolomeo himself, you will get a draw discard. Trigger rest of the opponents cost 4 or less. This card has been heavily played in decks like Yamato. I think it's actually like worse in Bonney, because Bonney already has like all the ways to do the resting. This is kind of a card you play snipe the end game, and Bonney doesn't like snipe the end game. Bonney slowly grinds away at your opponent turn over turn until they've like constricted like a snake and they've all but assured it. And in the games where in the games where you would steal a game with this card, most of the time that means you just played worse than your opponent, or you had such a bad hand that you should be losing. And I think it's just better to reinforce the consistency of things that make her win instead of trying to shore up variance in that way when it's a variance card that isn't card selection. Like shoring up through card selection is one thing, or like card removal. Shoring up through like snipe removal like this is not really great.
Yeah. The only time I could ever make an argument for this is if like you're like, oh, I don't need a Bonney search for some reason this turn, and I'll rest. Like,
and also like the cost of resting a character is huge, actually. Because like in Bonney, you will at one point hopefully have like a 4+ character board, but it's usually like as you're going for game, like resting your characters, not utilizing them as blockers or attackers officially every single turn is a very bad sign of how that game's going for you. And this forcing you to do that for, again, it can only rest a 5 or less. Maybe if it was a straw sword, I'd be down and you can just rest anything. But for a 5 or less, the juice just ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Our next new card, our second SR here, is Kid and Killer. Oh, look at them. They're so beautiful. 2/2 / special 1K counter. Kid Power Supernovas.
Yeah.
On play, look at top 9 cards of your deck, reveal a Supernova type card, add to your hand, place the rest on the bottom. On your opponent's attack, you may trash this character. Set up to one of your Dawn cards as active.
Oh, it's on opponent attack?
Yeah. But I mean, but your body's trigger hits the stack at the same time.
Yeah.
So you activate this first, and then you activate Bonney.
It's crazy because again, because I've been recently grinding GY, right? All the GY players have been replacing their Mother Caramels with Kid and Killer because it's 1 in Super.
Why not? Because why not?
Yeah, because it's much better, right?
Yeah.
Before we would just use it because 2 adds to the leader ability that helps us get it on second, blah blah, all that stuff, right? And then I was thinking in my head that Kid Killer trashes themselves so that I could get one Dawn as active and I could use it for leader ability, right?
No, unfortunately not.
On the opponent's turn is bad. I don't
So this,
know.
yeah,
but,
the
like,
second effect only works for Bonney, essentially.
Yeah.
But it's still good in green-yellow. It's actually
good, though.
infinitely better, I think, in red-green law. Because it's an on-play Supernova Searcher, which, like, they desperately have needed an on-play green Searcher.
Yeah.
Especially for Supernova subtype. And you can still make use of the activation to play cards like Radical Beam.
Yeah, because it's actually relevant for RG Law. That
Yeah,
like, you
it's
have
worse for
access to that.
comboing, but like it still is like, and your opponent has to respect it too. Like you just like, you just do it, you know, like you do it so your opponent can't blow it. You're like, they attack and it's one you win at Radical Beam, and you just trash it correctly so your opponent doesn't kill it before you win Radical Beam. And then even if you don't have the Radical Beam, your opponent has to respect the Radical Beam now.
Yeah.
So,
or maybe they swing into it, right? Also, they're swinging.
They
into
just trash
like,
it,
oh,
yeah.
in response, trash it. Like,
yeah, easy, brother. Yeah, it's Curly to Dom or 1k less power. I'll take it all day, brother. This card's just a solid 3. It probably feels closer to a 4 in Bonney specifically. But right now, 3. Green is weird, where green has a lot of event cards and a lot of really cool interactive ones. But A, they don't pair up with the meta, and B, they don't pair up with the leader well, typically.
Yeah.
So
and
that's the
I
weird
can see
thing.
this. Yeah, and I can see this being specifically for Bonney on like your second Dawn play, right, or your turn 1 2 Dawn play, right?
Yeah.
Where you play the Searcher out and then like you're I have an active, right? So it's not bad.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm still shocked to this day that Sugar became the first event leader as a purple-red leader, and that it wasn't a blue-green leader. Like that's so shocking to me.
Yeah, feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
More pizza. 1 cost. Supernova Body Pirates. Mainly the top 5 cards of your deck. Add a Supernova type card other than more pizza to your hand. Place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Trigger draw a card. You all know how I feel about these cards. So we're moving on. Maybe not everyone. There's a lot of new players, especially when these things came out. They're fine. It's always better to play a search character than a search event. And let's say about their upside. I think the best one in the game, literally, aside from like technically Darashi, because you search characters with trigger, is what's it? The one that Don Quixote Pirates have. Whiteout? Whiteout. Which is a counter that lets you then search. Any of these, it just ain't worth it unless it's a new archetype that has nothing else. So just get your 1-drop Bonnies if they're not in here. X Drake, this is a new one. 5/5 Supernova Navy Drake Pirates. So we got green Navy support here as well. Relevant for Smoker. 2k counter on play. If your leader has Supernova type, okay, not relevant for Smoker. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters that cost a 5 or less. Then set up to one of your Dawn cards as active at the end of the turn. This is cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so you on play this. Force the rest of a 5 or less, which is a good range for 5, while establishing a 5k. And then you also get guaranteed leader ability.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Also, real quick, plays into the other X Drake, right? Or is that pop 4 or less? Let me see. You go on, Luke. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, so as somebody who's currently green, yellow, law pilled versus Bonney, right? Or Bella Betty. This is really good at targeting your opponent's Karasus and starting the fight against their board kind of early, if you really need to, without having to trigger like Zeus, which will take your life. So
yeah,
if you are in a pinch, I think this is a good card to consider. I think it's better than another 2K.
Yeah, so good in Bonney, obviously, for the instability. Good in Law, because you... oh, no, it's end of turn. Nope, not good in Law. I mean, it's fine in Law. It's good. It's fine, whatever.
Like, okay. It's like,
the original X-Drake is a 5/6 that pops a 4 or less, by the way. Rested.
yeah.
So it almost gets the full value. I'm happy that this targets up because it's later game design. I'm not going to be mad if the other one does 1 less. But, yeah. This card, solid 3. This is like exactly what I want to have a 2K counter.
Yeah. I think it's a solid 3. I mean, like, when I see 5 cost, 5k power, rest of 5, like, that is a perfect staple for just, like...
And the type's so good. The fact this is a green Navy card, like, yeah, it only works with Supernovas, but, like, if you just need a searchable green 2k, you now have it in Navy. If there's a Drake leader at some point, be relevant for that, because it'll be Supernova traded.
That's true. Right.
Yeah, I like this card a lot. And that is it for our Starter Deck 24 Bonney review. Overall, I think this is a really good product for starting out the gate. I think, like, I would have enjoyed one more big thing in the deck, Hard to say what it would be that isn't an SR because they get added SR.
Yeah.
Like a small thing like Cavendish would be great, but it's an SR. I'm trying to think of like a big character that's like a rare they could have added.
Yeah.
But it's just a big, just something big body like 7 or 8 cost. Because right now we just have this Law Mepo. That's the topic.
Yeah. It's just so hard because the current like green cards that we do have are either already in other structure decks, right? That we would play. Like I'm thinking of like a rare structure deck Law, right? 5 cost Law.
Yeah.
Like and the rest of the other ones are just a smorgasbord of like really good green cards that don't really fit Supernova type. But
yeah.
That being said, I think that this is a good step into it. I think the only thing that currently rivals this in better structure deck product is probably Blackbeard. So
yeah, for the current set so far, I mean, this one's definitely up there. But that is it for our Star Deck 24 guide. If you haven't seen that ones already, we have all the other Star Deck reveals up right now. If we're missing Yamato, if this one comes out first, or Yamato, it's available for members. If Yamato's out, this one's already out, etc. And we'll see you guys on the next one.